of Crimson Manor. It's a puzzle game with mild horror elements. After working for more than 10 years as private assistant of the enigmatic railroad magnate Hadley Strange, the news of his sudden death along with his entire family takes you by surprise. You have now been appointed as the executor in charge of fulfilling his last will and as the caretaker of his majestic manor, a luxurious property on the outskirts of London. Upon your arrival at the mansion, you find a cryptic set of instructions that could make you change your mind about who your former employer really was. The pursuit of every personal goal is a vain, futile effort as time inexorably condemns us all to die. Press O to display the current objective and H to get a hint as to how to progress. There should be nothing unusual here. Dear probate conservator, by express instructions of the deceased, you are the only person authorized to enter his office and give initial reading of his will. Please do so as soon as possible in order to locate the heirs and proceed with the corresponding testamentary process. P.S. One of the front door knobs has been damaged during my visit. Please add it to the pending repairs list prior to the execution of the will. I have placed the fallen knob inside of the bottom of the drawers on the entrance closet. Lionel Karen Garreau, attorney at law. And interact with it. See, it's 3 o'clock. Pick that up and read it. Can I leave? I can't leave now. I still have business to resolve in the mansion. Tragedy in the Thames. Members of the renowned Strange family have lost their lives in a tragic and mysterious boat accident. New paper cutter machine, though. And this is 1892, so on the eve of the new century, pretty much. Press I to open the inventory. Find a way to open doors to the main hall. Open that, please. I'll take one more kind of look around. This game is about on par with every AAA video game in the last decade or two. Don't stay open. Come on, man. Press M to use map. Alright, we're in the vestibule. So drawing room, game room, library, study, music room, guest room. Just all the fucked way over there. This one doesn't even look attached, or maybe you have to go downstairs to get it. Yeah, I mean, it's a big fancy place for a rich fucker. Red Lion, Gray Tobacco, a heliography on paper, something I can't read. I don't like you can't use exit to put back. Is there there's no key binding. Shift to sprint, go figure. Continue. And that is really weird that continue and then I'm kind of stuck here for a bit. Box with a very peculiar design. Need a thing to put in to open it. The old clock seems to work, or it doesn't seem to work. Probably gonna be a puzzle related to that. Crimson Blood. Criminal Instinct Little Bundle Edition. So basically like a Penny Dreadful. Books that don't have any writing on the spine, so who knows what they are. Could be, but I doubt it. Copies of Das Kapital. This door's locked. There's a line relief head on the lock. Alright, maybe I need a line key. Dear Miss Thomas, I have lost my pocket watch somewhere in my office. I count on your valuable collaboration to find it. When done, please leave the key to my desk inside the mail engraved organizer in the hall outside of the library. Mr. Strange? Mrs. Strange was without any doubt a beautiful and elegant woman. I mean, is this like brooch or necklace gonna be relevant? Can't pick that up. Nothing really there. Really can't like look at this. It seems like something I should be able to pick up and look at. Or even that. Binoculars, not gonna help me here. Continental Union telegram from Royal Scientific Sea to Mr. Hadley Strange. In this honorable scientific council, we see with extreme concern the conclusions made in your article about the research titled Eugenic Transliteration. The procedures described in your paper are beyond unacceptable to the ethical values of this scientific society and must be stopped immediately. Be fulfilled. Oh, I can like... I don't like you can't use escape, because like that's... I've been like conditioned by Escape Simulator to press escape. It's locked. It's a chest. Really can't pick up the chest, like the most obvious pick-upable thing. Alright. Guess he was a bit of a true crime buff. And this is not locked. Alright, this must be the study, right? Yeah. Some more books. The old man gaze seems to hide something. Alright, well, I mean, this is basically where we are. Who knows? Alright, some bottles. Yeah, nothing of interest. Scarlet Widow, another Penny Dreadful. Some artifacts from his worldly travels, I presume. Alright. Must be like kanji or something of sort. Something I'll have to figure out. Beautiful sea route planning world map. After traveling around the world to explore 3 different remote islands, my way of seeing the world changed forever. Well, if there's a hint to the globe puzzle, it's not making itself very apparent to me now. Maybe this will help. I need to find a way to open that against will. Wax seal with a family heraldry. Alright, sure. I mean, that's probably useful to him. Another picture of him. Actually, wait. Alright, so you can use the mouse or Expedition Day 1, the first voyage of the Camel. At first step, for the expansion of the railway company to maritime passenger transport, we carried an expedition to explore new sea routes aboard the Camel. The first ship of a new fleet of ships acquired for this purpose, the climate and the crew's thirst made us land on a series of small islands where I was able to make some amazing observations. The inhabitants of these lost islands, long forgotten by human civilization, had very peculiar characteristics. They enjoyed vitality and splendid appearance of youth and even their oldest inhabitants. It seemed that time had been kind to all those people, a situation that left me extremely amazed and wondering if there was an underlying reason. Guessing that was the source of his eugenics program that he wanted to carry out. Well, there's nothing else here other than letter opener. Nothing peculiar about that. Alright, this should be the library. Nothing happens. It seems to be I need some kind of power source. Alright, need a power source, need a key. Goes to here. Interesting. So none of these are gonna be relevant, just these ones. I need to figure out which order they go in, which means there's probably an answer key of sorts somewhere. Alright. Looks to be a similar deal. Let's move you over here. Let's see. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That kind of works, I think. And I think you go here, maybe. Or you go here. Yeah, that's the arm follows, but now there's that. Alright, that might be it. Yeah, and then there's that. goes down to that guy holding it. Alright, that follows from there. Oh, I can just like do this. Oh, there we go. Appreciating good art, good literature, and good music will open many doors for you. Phonograph cylinder. Alright. Now I need to find a phonograph. I'm in the library here. Fireplace is unlit. Beautiful painting titled Dreaming of Chivalry Tales. Okay. This key and a picture of the library from an angle of sorts. There's no desks in here other than this, but you can open that. Picture of Oxford Street here. Worked. I got a train motive key. Along with the will is a note that reads, "The kids' toys hold the key to old joys." We must pay attention to our children. Sometimes they have key things to be said in very unusual ways. And there's some blocks. I guess I need to examine the blocks and then type out what it says there. Locked, and that is there's a library, there's a study. It actually shows the puzzle things. That's actually pretty useful. Yeah, that's actually a really neat like addition. Well, is it locked because I'm going to equip this. Doesn't work here, alright. But that does tell me, like, when the key was working there, the game will let me know. Alright, there's that room. I'm gonna try and find the kids' room, though, since that's kind of like my first clue. Let's see. Nicholas's bedroom. That's a twins' room. So kids. To my Valentine. Had a young suitor. Alice Beyond Wonderland. Is that an actual publication by Lewis Carroll or just something the devs came up with? Of course, the mirrors don't work. It's a video game of the modern era. Round-shaped lock. I have a train-shaped key. Alright, that goes back there. Let's see. If I go... Here's Nicholas's room. What do your blocks say? UG. Can rock the horse. Not that that helps. Yep, he likes trains, and I guess he wasn't particularly happy otherwise. There's the twins, there's his parents, the ghost town. Probably a little bit too grim for a kid of his age to be reading. Tom and the Nutty Pig. Once upon a time, after a winter long as was cold summer finally arrived, making quite happy little Tom. Early in the morning, little Tom woke up to be carefully dressed by his loving mom. "Be careful while playing," the mother warned her son. "Don't get dirty out there, 'cause you surely know your mother worked hard, No, your mother has, so please play slow. Take this red shiny apple," the mother told Tom, while she was fixing the crimson red bow tie of the handsome little boy. But Tom didn't notice what was hidden nearby, because he was absorbed looking at his nice tie. Back from the bushes, a pig, Pinky, or Pilky, whatever, jumps off, stealing as fast as it could the delicious apple as the boy filled scoff. Pull the tab. Turn the page. Actually, there's a tab up here. And then this happens. Alright, so she puts a tie on. Then the pig jumps out. And it steals the apple. There's two tabs here. Tom ran very angry after the Nutty Pig through the still wet streets of filthy puddles full. Not a minute has passed since the struggle started on, both of them fighting hard over the shiny red fruit. After a long equal fight, it was finally won by one of the two, who was clearly more strong. Tom had to be bathed sooner than he thought, while the mean Nutty Pig was far happy enjoying the apple down its own throat. The things a mother deal while raising his son, but I cannot be mad because I love him a lot. Alright, so he's lucky, that's all that happened, because, pigs have been known to, eat fucking children. Toy tester. Pull on all tabs on Little Tom's book. So that was, just for an achievement. Didn't help me solve this or anything. I don't like this word. Every time my father yells it, he makes us take more medicines with a strange taste that makes me feel weird, especially most recent red one. I never want to take it again. Let's see. Anything else that kind of hints towards it? Oh, Eureka. After ordering the block spelling this word, they stay fixed in position. later. Check that out later. Just want to go back to the main area. Damn it. Eureka. 7:45. Look for clues that illuminate your mind to find the key safe. Alright, I mean, I guess I have to turn the clock to 7:45. There is that clock that's like out in the main area, but that seems to be a different puzzle. And there's no clocks in here. You find that power source. Yes, it's just gonna be one of those games where like you kind of explore around, find more crap, and things are gonna slot together bit by bit. The Great Exhibition of Science and the Arts. Sciences and the Arts. There's our main guy. And it looks like this could actually be read. It's probably taken word from an actual article about this, Crystal Palace. Keep doing that. Oh, open up. Game just seems weirdly arbitrary with what notes are and aren't important. She took a clean dish to get him some tripe, but when she came back, he was smoking a pipe. Peak comedy in the 19th century. Right. Can't really do anything with this. I mean, there's like a pipe down there. Do I need to like bring it back up here? Locked with something resembling a coat of arms. Alright. So let's maybe explore more up here. What's at the end of this hall? Locked from the other side. Dear Miss Thomas, congratulations on your new position as the manor's housekeeper. I understand that making your way through this old mansion can be overwhelming at first, so I've put together this letter to help you get orientated. This is the ballroom hallway key. This is the manor's west wing key, music, drawing, guest rooms area. Finally, this is the service key. Use it to access the servants area, brown wallpaper, and the dining room. Can I have those keys for myself? I guess I have to find them. Alright. I mean, it seems to be a drawing room. Art student, expect the family portrait. There's a strong smell of paint emanates from this painting. Apparently it was recently finished. Physics puzzle. Let's see, gotta go down there just a little bit. Yep. No. key, long and elegant golden key. Nothing in there. The mystery continues. With more than 3 years of investigation, the cases of missing persons have not yet been resolved. And there he is again. Hadley Strange, founding owner of the nearby railroad company, regrets the events and expresses his concern. I'm sure he does. Anything else here? Another Penny Dreadful, painted in blood. Wagner, he looks at the piano, is written down in the partiture. I sure hope that's not something I have to, know about, because I do not know how to play a piano. Alright, need like a hand crank for that. Locked. From the other side too. There's a twins room. Alright, so what do I have? I have the ballroom hall key. Master bedroom. Sewing room. Alright, so probably gonna be down here. There's a music room. Ballroom, just by a library. These ones just straight up don't open. Like, don't even ask, dude. Dance macabre. Alright, so gonna find a context clue for that. Load of portraits, some of them more famous than others. Interesting. All of them go down. These on drawers. This monocle will help you see things as I saw them. With it, you will understand my way of seeing the world. My personal stamp will help you find my hidden message. Life cycle. I mean, that's death. That's also death. That kind of represent birth. Is that even relevant to this room? Like, it didn't let me take his stamp, though. And I need a heart block, because of course I do. I have a cylinder. That's one. But I need two more. And I need to figure out what that is. That's library. Like, it wouldn't let me take this. And it doesn't let me, like, examine anything further or interact. So I guess I need to find another one. brave legionary soldier switched his side. He wears green uniform now with a colorful feather, blue hat, and high boots in black. He wields a long saber now, like his mustache, long and sharp to protect the lives of those with devotion and loyalty fight along him to protect the right cause. Alright, is that relevant to a puzzle? Am I gonna have to dress up a little toy soldier? There's a bear, but that's not a soldier. Brute force puzzle. And it has a gaslighter. Alright. Young girls to appear to have an expressionless face. A particularly happy household from the looks of it. Yep. Alright, so his hat was blue. His uniform was green. Is there a sharper mustache? So kind of the I, E plus C, H. Take another look at that. Wait, I think I know what I need to do. Alright, so 3 strikes, press J to open it. Alright, just tells me. Alright, cool. I don't have to use my memory, the video game is going to be easy on me. Press F to equip and remove the monocular. Try now. Alright, so start out. Kind of here. Monocle reveals route of an expedition, began on Solomon Island, continued through Cuba, then returned to Great Britain, ended in Madagascar. So it started. No, I want to keep that on. Alright, it's more instantaneous this time. So here. I need to start over. So it starts here. Oh. Then goes to Cuba. Then to Britain. And then to Madagascar. Expeditionary, solve the globe puzzle. West Wing key. And a little bit earlier than 3 o'clock on this one. 7:45. Maybe like rotate it so I'm reading it. Alright, won't rotate like to be beneficial to me. Like I can't have 12 o'clock upwards, but 7, 30, 35, 40, 45. Go. Oh, that's what was wrong. I can't take this off. That might make it easier. Basically, you need to do the opposite. There we go. Strong box key. Long golden key appears to be for a safe. Go equip that. Use it here. In Manor's art room, guarded by cold, timeless heroes, lies my life's work, a priceless legacy destined to change the way we understand the world and the future of humanity itself. This is my true legacy, and it will await eternally for the one who demonstrates the 4 unshackable virtues under which I directed my own life. Alright. I mean, these kind of resemble the things on those books, but... Bronze medallion, heavy solid bronze medallion with an embossed gear. Alright, let's see what I have. You find use for that. Guess I can check out the West Wing. Let's see, guest room, ballroom. Alright, this is the West Wing. So we're going to equip that and open it. I also need to go to that painting, room, the ballroom. Actually, why don't we do that first? Yeah, let's do that first since I have the monocle. And that's like the most direct thing I need for it. Does it matter which one I start with? Alright, so this is death, and there's a few things here that represent death. I mean, I guess, you know, this one's kind of deathy. This one's life. This one's growing, so you. And this one's seed. She's pregnant. I mean, I kind of get what it wants me to do, but there's not really any indicators that, like, there's a place to start, or, like, if you can choose whichever one you want to start with. Another harp room. Bathroom that straight up doesn't have anything in it. There's a lot of freaking paintings. Area but locked. I have a key to service area? No. Finally enter guest room and learn more about Secret Legacy. A polite guest should learn how to play his host's favorite game. Since the nature of my legacy will only be revealed to whom demonstrates to be a truly trustworthy resident of the household. Fool's Mate, also known as the two-move checkmate, is a checkmate delivered after the fewest possible moves from the game's starting position. It can be achieved only by black, giving checkmate on the second move with the queen. Is that the bioactive enzyme? I made a surprising discovery after analyzing the water samples collected on the islands. I've been able to determine that in its chemical composition, it has a component that delays cell deterioration. In the sediments of the water, I've managed to identify an enzyme or gene. Did they discover genes at this point? Like, I know there was, like, you know, Mendelian inheritance, but Mendel wasn't discovered until, like, the 1900s, so... From rare species of amphibians and reptiles native to these islands, these animals have an extraordinary longevity since their cellular aging is much slower than the other species. Some of these animals even live for hundreds of years. It's perhaps possible that the natives have been able to assimilate this gene by consuming these waters. Maybe. I mean, it's a good thing for an explanation. You were right, the genetic transliteration process that seemed theoretically impossible has been validated by your procedure using the bioactive in vitro culture techniques on canine specimen. I can't wait any longer to receive the new test results I'll be obtaining from the new set of test subjects. So is this before or after they condemned him? In a fair battle, all the opponents must be equal. And the Marauder of Thames Express. missing statuette, and then I need to make them all equal. Locked. Anything this illuminates? No, I think it's just for that. Is this relevant to this? And these are, actually no. This is kind of closer to, let's see. Closer to what was on that scroll. Not entirely. Letter of rejection from the Royal Academy of Arts. Dear Miss Katharina, at the Royal Academy of Arts, we are very grateful for your interest of our aspiring students to enter the institution. Fortunately, at the moment, we must inform you that you do not meet expectations or artistic requirements that are required to be admitted to our prestigious academy. Art is silent poetry. And it's full of rejections. Alright, 1856. She had ambitions that just weren't meant to be. Some kind of chess puzzle that I still need to find. Need to find a cylinder. Patient Darlene Thomas was admitted to this mental health institution at 9 a.m. on the 14th of March, 1893. She was remitted from the Strange Family Manor, where she presented violent behaviors, persecution delusions, and compulsive mania. Her claim about underground illegal experiments within the main manor were classified as hallucinations. Hence, female patient number 17 will be admitted to the schizophrenic patient ward. I once bet that she was actually correct, especially since the Eugenics Society was telling this guy to fuck off. 1892. This is still confusing the heck out of me. I feel almost like I should have everything. Alright, there we go. Now we're finally making progress. Dragon sitting. Alright, where was that? From the ballroom. Alright, another one of these. Equip that. And place you there. Is this just a game soundtrack? Like, does it really matter which ones I do here? Am I supposed to, like... I can't switch them, like, I can't make them go to a different place. Gloria, Columbia... These are 1, 2, 3, 4 of these are about death. Records. Legit, I don't even remember which one I clicked on. Was it this one, or was it actually this one? Alright, whatever. Music critic, play all phonograph cartridges. And I finally get a key that has a harp on it. Yeah, that wasn't particularly good puzzle. Like, assuming it's this one that I had to pull down on. Because, like, this one doesn't really, you know, scream, you know, alive and flourishing to me. You know? Or did I click on this one? Don't even know. Like, you know, these two are perfectly fine. Like, she's pregnant, you know, seated. She's a kid, she's growing. But I don't know, maybe a more lively picture of a woman. And maybe a dead woman. Who knows? Maybe it's just because I'm a bit dumb. Alright. Here's the man of the house with his dog. Sharp. 1891. Deadly Wager. Another Penny Dreadful. Lost Fountain. It is common to hear stories of very old people who seem to attribute their longevity and strength to some kind of extinct water present in the taverns of these islands. I couldn't help but to make comparisons with the legend of the mythical Fountain of Eternal Youth, described by the explorer Ponce de Leon more than 300 years ago. We all know that the existence of such fountains are actually bedtime stories for children. However, intrigued by the vitality of these old people and the veracity with which they seem to tell their stories, I decided to take some samples from the sediments of these extinct springs with purpose to carry out some tests using my microscope. Alright. And nothing there. Alright, this is... Let's see, J... Can't really, like, move this around or put over here. Alright, so... You go here. And then... Yes, and then... let's see... Oh. I see what I did wrong. There we go. Guest room key. It's a slightly rusty old key. Can't go to any of these other ones. Ask me these two. Oh, it's one of these kinds of puzzles. Disguised key, a key hidden in a metallic ornament. Alright, I know where that goes. So, running around like a headless chicken trying to figure out what the fuck to do and where the fuck to go, and then all of a sudden I have keys out the ass. You unlock the door. Alright. These flasks appear to contain some type of medicinal formulas. Alright, that's a ballroom. That's a game room. Linehead relief on the lock, alright. Coat of arms. Nothing in here. It's very blurry. Alright, so I've kind of unlocked this area here, but not getting anywhere without some more keys. Of which, still have a harp key. Anyways, I'm gonna go, handle this. Crusader Knight figurine. Little Crusader holding a sword. Alright, what else do I have? Still have a harp key, interestingly. Here's a guest room. Music room, private room. Guest room. First, as usual, nothing. Telephone directory. Alright. Who would I want to call? Like, I guess I can do all the numbers, just one after the other after the other. Individuals. I don't know, maybe it'll be like a note or something saying I really should call this person. Yes, if you feel confused about your role in this place, please call Dr. Leyland Burns. He can provide the guidance you may be looking for. Alright, Leyland Burns. This one, 2589. Yeah, it's the only one that fits. Alright, some medical documents. Picture of Cthulhu. I don't understand this language. Apparently a guest of the manor drew it on a sleepless night. This is like 1898, right? Hold on a second. Alright, so I looked it up, and give or take a few months, HPL would have been 8 when this was drawn, assuming 1898 is the current year. Might as well do this as well. And no more harp key usages. And get that telephone first, then I'll explore in there. Alright, so 2589. 2, 5, 8, 9. Why did that not do anything? I need to... No, won't let me do anything but the numbers. My little doll's room. This room looks familiar. There's something curious popping behind the painting. Piano, bed, white chair. I can't like pull on that or anything. No. Alright, Ludwig van. Crank is missing. Lock this door, can access that faster. Hold on. Alright, Cinder, you're pissing me off. Come on. Odd that I can interact with this. Never learned to play piano, but I figured out how to open this one. She went to the fruiter's to buy him some fruit, but when she came back, he was playing the flute. Alright, so you composers and whatnot. Do they all need to be looking at Ludwig over there? Alright, that's about the angle. That's about the angle, but no. Is this ever going to be relevant again in anything in the rest of the game? Let's see. So, piano, bed. Let's put no piano. Actually, maybe this is it. And there is a crown-shaped key. Alright. I kind of want to get that phone issue resolved first. Lorna Burns. There's that message. Leyland Burns. Open. It says Lorna. What if it's 4289? There we go. Operator, solve the telephone puzzle. It's locked. Not for long. Yeah, I just wasn't reading the name of the person or realized that the first name was different. Just a whole lot more areas opened up. Another line lock. Coat of arms. Sculpture with inscription that reads, "A person is not honest when he speaks for himself, but if you give him a mask, he will speak the truth." I need to find a little porcelain mask. Bloody banquet. Great exhibition of the sciences and arts. 1886. Just the entrees. You are proven to be trustworthy. Now you must prove that you're prepared to face your dark side. The Templars guard the weapon you need to advance in the quest. Anything written here that'll help with that, but it's probably like some of them need to be closed, some need to be opened, or up and down, I should say. Adjustments of silverware. That goes out back there. That goes out here. Situation is wearing my patience. Burying pets in the courtyard is simply not part of my job. I would have no problem doing it once or even twice, but this is the sixth pet whose grave I had to dig. I don't know what happened to these animals. I don't really want to know. Nevertheless, I'm happy to know that this will not be the true end of these little friends. They will once again feel the freshness of water and warmth of the sun in the form of extraordinary tulips. Rupert Strad. So their butler was getting a little bit, tired of the results of the experiments. Well, that's a firm lock. Broken, and key is broken inside. Her secret ingredient. How am I going to finish the gala banquet if that incompetent butler doesn't get me the wine bottles to marinate the veal on time? I don't understand why Mrs. Strange entrusted a basement and wine cellar key to that trickster James. He's the one who gets drunk on the sly every night, but very soon he will get what he deserved. It is said that revenge is sweet, but in this case it will be spicy, very spicy. Seal with cork. Well, grab like the bottle and just smash, dude. Pastry cook, find the cake recipe. There you go, you can make yourself a dark forest cake. It's not the most difficult achievement to collect when you're so encouraged to open everything. Alright, need to find the combination for that. Seller's cleaning schedule. And that's been added to here. Sharp. Straw's here too. Upstairs after looking in here. The lost fountain. I mean, that's what the main guy's looking for. Iron gear. Cast iron gear used in mechanical devices. Anything else to find here? Oh, that can be open, but it doesn't look like it can be interacted with any further. Alright, let's see what's upstairs. Sewing room. She went to the seamstress to buy him some linen, but when she came back, the dog was a-spinning. Linen was a spinning. I kind of butchered that. Oops. And another Penny Dreadful dress in flesh, which is a lot more body horror than the other ones. Original design of the beautiful crimson dress. Token from Escape Simulator 2. A beautiful choker seems to be incomplete. And that's all I can do here. By the looks of it. Just a shortcut from the top side. Alright, so I got quite a few new things to concern myself with. Oh, this needs a crown. can open this one. That's about it. It's locked. For some reason, the girls' grades dropped significantly. There's a lot of freaking classes. Two different names share the same blood is written on the back. Alright, she needs to be spun 5 times. I need to find the figurine in the first place. Up, down, up, down, up, up. Another figurine. Everything. So you will be here. Building those. Gonna be there. You have a kind of small sword. Strategists solve the Templar Knights puzzle. Sword key. Well, I didn't come across any locks that needed a sword key. guess. I mean... Really? Coat of arms is a sword. Huh. I mean, arms, I guess, but like coat of arms makes me think more of like a shield. The mystery of Crimson Manor. Well, isn't that relevant? This is just making the family crest, isn't it? Alright, well, I'll work inwards out, I guess. This is gonna be the answer key for that chest. Guest with the huge, graceful nose looked down from above all of the other guests in the hall. His attention was called deep down below the bomb in the hall, where a gentleman with a large green mask was talking very close to a woman to his right, with a mask with feathers adorned. The most distant of the guests, as if they were frightening on where a woman with an oval green emerald on her mask. At the left of the hall, crossed for a handsome man that had a sky blue mask with spikes wore. Her intention was, I'm going to be playing around with masks. I'd like to refer to the progress of your hominid morphology research work recently shared with me. Your discoveries about cellular senescence seem very splendid to me. If your hypothesis is verified, you can be sure that your name will pass to posterity and will be vaunted. Down my journal, no. Alright, so I should, let's see, I'm here. Yeah, I should go to that chest, like, now. 263. Highest place of the mansion, the science and the stars will open the way to the answer you're looking for. again. Have a screwdriver. How nifty. Can I use a screwdriver on this? Nope, can't unscrew those screws. Fine. Have it your way. Or maybe not that. This one. And that's the last time using that. Open the door, mate. Storage room, locked. This one is unlocked. So, yeah, that goes back to there and stuff. She went to the hoisters to buy him some hose, but when she came back, he was dressed in his clothes. It's probably an achievement for seeing all of those. Alright. I know what to do for that. Light bulb? Sure, I'll add it to my collection. The standard, puzzle adventure game Kleptomancy. And is there a penny dreadful in here as well? Probably like something I need to discover for that. Here's our Penny Dreadful, the Bloody Countess. A bit more erotic than most of these. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like, 3 spins this way, 2 spins that way. And there just needs to be like a note for that. Do I need to do? Maybe I'll want to check the closet again. I can do that one like right now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stopped at 3:45 p.m. and something fell off. Another iron gear. I mean, can I have the minute hand of that clock? Because I need it for a different one. Let's see. Dining room, kitchen. That's apparently a puzzle thing. That needs a crank. I still don't know one for that one. And Still can't access the art room. I think I've gotten everything in there. Alright, now we know what to do here. Need one more, and there's a key there. Gotta find last mechanism. And it's probably last one. Spring wheel's loose. Upstairs, wasn't it? The kind of art room. Just keep rotating it. Alright, I do like it when things kind of like piece together like that, where it's like, oh, I have the item for this, and then I get another one and it's like, oh, I know what this belongs to. You just kind of do that. Deep down in the wet and dark chamber, you'll find the roots to our family and the key to our future. Alright, that's probably for the kitchen lock. Nothing here is interactable. Except this. So that needs a key. Full moon nightmare. Aliens. This afternoon, I have been carefully staring at a bottle of rat poison. I held it in my hands for a few minutes. I could not help but to think this is a quick way out of this nightmare. But once again, fear has overcome me. Once again, I have fallen to the ground. Once again, I've been unable to help myself or my family. I wish I could be braver. Why would you write that? Astrological Society, recent observations have shown that the further the planets are from the Sun, the longer they take to complete their orbits. Seems intuitive, but at the same time, intuition can be misleading. It's good to kind of verify that. You're a little bit big for Mars. Hopefully that's good enough. You're going to be Jupiter. Do the moons matter? Or maybe you're more of a Saturn. There we go. Lion key. Finally have the lion key. Although, inventory. Guess I want to go to kitchen first, though. Let's see. It's gonna be back here. Crimson formula dosage. Give children 2 drops after each meal and 1 before bed. Wine cellar key. I guess that's a crimson formula. Game's very arbitrary with, like, you know, what you can pick up and examine, I find. In case of steam leak, set the gauge pressure to 475 p to transfer steam to secondary pressure release pipes. Rotate valves upwards to increase pressure or downwards to decrease it. Never exceed 700 p or get below 0, or the pressure system will reset itself. Don't rush it. Can I die? Sadly not. Cask of Amontillado. That I at least recognize the story of. I will never forget our last travels together, that day in London, that month in Paris, and that year in Rome. Alright, know where that goes. Day in London, month in Paris, year in Rome. So probably day, month, and then year. not 475. Like up, up, down, from up, up, down, up. Alright, dude, whatever. Alright. 82. London to Paris. Day is 3. Yeah, I can just brute force the rest. Alright, know what that's for. You're very close. A book in my chamber is a key to the work of my life. The wisdom of this literary work will help you understand my motives and their consequences. Back of the image, I guess I need to find those. Alright. Let's see. 45 right. Counterclockwise. 17 clockwise. 30 counterclockwise. 22 clockwise. 45, 17, 30, 22. Seventeen, 30, 22. Yeah, that one I kind of wonder about the precision, you know? Like, it'd be nice if there was a little sound cue that played when you reached it, where it says, where you can say, alright, hand off the keyboard. Alright, let's see what I have in my inventory. Can get that wine bottle. Not here. This is don't think that's a guest bedroom. It's written in my journal. Yes, and it's the last thing written. Let's just make sure everything here is unlocked. Alright. Let's go find that room with the mechanisms. Where is that? That's not there. Room. Is it the closet? No, it's a dining room. Yeah. And falls off the clock. Alright, I was gonna have to solve a gear puzzle, but I guess not. This is gonna go on the one in the study. A zoprastoscope disc. Still don't know about that. That's all done, that's all done. It's probably another thing down there. I don't think I've been here, actually. Patient does not speak. His renal, respiratory, and cardiac functions are optimal, and his physical health is very good for a child of his age. However, the fact that the patient is over 10 years of age, his bone characteristics, height, and weight correspond to those of a 4 to 5-year-old child. The delay in his physical development is disconcerting. Additionally, the boy appears to be suffering from post-traumatic stress. That is not the word that was used in this time period. To referral to Bedlam Hospital for the mentally ill to further testing is recommended. Rare undetermined growth disorder. that, which gets me that, which gets me that. Locked. Padlock resembles a heart. I had a heart key at one point, but now I don't. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. I grabbed it before I even pulled it out. This is missing. This does work there. Worth a shot. The Murderer's Shadow. Master of Terror. Find all the Penny Dreadfuls. Still haven't found all the dog ones though. Another brute force puzzle. This kind of broken, like. Is that like broken? Alright, it's kind of broken if you use a mouse. Hamlet. What did that give me? Hamlet. Use that for the library one. Can zoom in. Can't like open it or anything. Box has an inscription that reads, "Only the elegant hand of a refined lady is to open this jewelry box." Here. This has to be it. Yeah. So, one. it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, that's what I was missing. Alright, I guess it is about the masks. This is an answer key. Now, the guest with a huge, graceful nose looked down from above on all the other guests in the hall. Alright, so Mr. Snozzer, you're going up there. His attention was called deep down below at the bottom of the hall, where a gentleman with a large green mask was talking very close to a woman to his right with feathers adorned. Alright, to his right. That's his left. Like his right, like facing this way. Yeah, that should be it. The most distant of the guests, as if they were fighting on, were a woman with an oval green emerald on her mask at the left of the hall, and across her a handsome man with a sky blue mask. Alright, so you're here, you're here. Alright. And where's the music room? Album with a stylized letter. Alright. Got that. Oh. H A M L E P. Like, I can't transfer these, like... There we go. Seems that someone spent a lot of time designing these complex mechanisms. Solve that one. Still need to solve that one. Solve that one, I think. Solve that one. All these mechanisms and whatnot. species within the Scent of Man imagery that didn't exist when this was published. Bioselective regeneration. I've discovered that many of the endemic reptiles of the island visited on my expedition have an amazing ability to regenerate in matters of hours. They can completely replace a lost limb. I have also managed to identify jellyfish that apparently renew their cellular composition, generating a perpetual cycle, which means, if I am not mistaken, that they can live forever. These are just some of the animals that seem to have a unique genome, different from that of many specimens, even of the same species. Is it possible to isolate these genomes and transliterate them from one species to another to reverse cell deterioration or death in other living beings? The origin of life. I've managed to determine that the species with the greatest longevity are the oldest and most primitive ones, those that are biologically composed of simpler cellular structures. I am sure that this phenomenon is connected with the very origin of the Earth. Billions of years ago, the Earth was not known to be billions of years when this game takes place. This ancient genes, incomprehensible to us, go back to the very origin of life in the universe. If my calculations are correct, they are traceable to forgotten depths of the coldest and deepest oceans of the planet, very close to where species evaluated in my studies perform their mating and reproduction rituals. These animals are closer to the very source of life. There was a long fucking time before animals emerged, though, dude. Put that down. Like, you're getting a little bit ahead of yourself. Have the same theme going about them. Nicholas seems to have grown physically and not grown physically in all these years. So another one of these. Oh, is this related to that? Research. Nothing lives forever. Actually, that's for the primal gene. I'm convinced that the ancient myths about the eternal life are all connected with a single immutable reality, the original gene of life. The very first living things will not have been like, genetic. It's more like, the Philosopher's Stone, which ancient alchemists sought to obtain, and also known as the elixir of eternal life, is nothing more than the fossilization of this gene, and the consequent chemical reactivation. Ponce de Leon's fountain of eternal youth was certainly a source of water rich in bioactive sediments of the gene product of the pre-fossilization of the species. Even the macabre stories about vampires and other immortal beings show the biological transformations caused by some of the subjects who consume species with said genes in their diet. This can be observed on rare species of albino bats that's very popular in rural villages in northern Romania. The Fount of Eternal Youth, or Philosopher's Stone, actually existed. However, analysis of sediments from the water collected on the islands indicates that the load of living enzymes produced by a gene have decayed exponentially over time. In other words, the source of eternal youth described by the inhabitants of the island has been dying little by little. This explains why we do not have certain evidence that there are individuals or subjects who have managed to live forever. Nevertheless, I do not doubt that this is theoretically possible. If it's possible to isolate and replicate the enzymes of this gene of life through eugenic techniques and then synthesize a compatible serum at the cellular level with a human body, it would be possible to delay the cellular deterioration of our body and even stop it permanently. like, can't just go up this side. Fine, whatever, dude. Etymology, chemistry, anatomy, botany, alchemy, astrology. No, like, you know, just full-on capital B biology. Alright, so 2 people dancing. Top hat. No. But she's wearing a dress, isn't she? Yeah. Just need to find a third. Like that's kind of off the map. It really sells the idea that this is a secret area. That's what I was missing. Oh. I mean, this works, doesn't it? I mean, these crowns are the same. These shields are the same. So maybe, like, it has to be on, like, the same one. And, like, these are the same. There we fucking go. Oh, and it's this. That's 2 of 4. Now, oddly enough, I'm in even more shit creek without paddle, because I don't have any items. this. Can't access that. Maybe I can, like, solve that puzzle in the lab. Like, I have 2 out of 3, you know, things. Because that's, like, all I can really think of to do at this point. Everything else is, like, just hard roadblocked. There we go. Oh, fuck me, now I have to figure out what that's supposed to say. Oh. I might not have picked that up when I first played through the game. At least I don't recall. I mean, maybe I did just completely fuck up. Well, whatever, like, I have it now. Head up to the master bedroom and progress. Strongbox key. Dead bodies, conservation methods. Alright, so that's key is going to be for the, how am I doing? Box in the attic. Not here. Now, the game weirdly gave me, I think, the achievement for opening all the strong boxes. You know, when I was doing the kind of second playthrough, you know, rushing through everything. Alright, so now I have that. Wedding March, Richard Wagner. And notice, like, where he's facing kind of that way. There's a piano here. And Jean Sebastian is looking that way. There we go. So looking goes Wagner. Bach is looking that way. So, not you. I think you were the one like that. You're like that. Alright, well, why don't I at least make sure Wagner is facing the right direction? Yes. Correct door, Crane falls down the chimney. Yeah, you can just brute force the last one. I guess, like, the clues, he's gonna be facing Beethoven. Brute force puzzle. Alright. Musical box ballerina. I know where that goes. Let's see, it's on the second floor. Goes here, like basically directly underneath it. Spin counterclockwise 5 times. Just wasn't doing enough. Cameo ring. And great relief. I mean, does that go on the brooch? Lag spike there. No. Maybe the master bedroom. That's a woman's touch. Elegant hand of a refined lady can open this. inscriptions engraved. Alright, that's gotta be for the brooch. An optical reaction. Two, one, three. Alright, I'm assuming that's for... Oh. For the box in the sewing room. Let's see. Is it in the basement, actually? No, it's in the closet. Not through there. And it's not that closet. Let's do this one. 2 clockwise, 1 counterclockwise, 3 clockwise. 1, 2, 1. Alright. Born February 3rd, 1882. Died November 5th, 1885. Last medallion. I don't know where the third one of that is, and there's still some, you know, things left. And I still need to get into a storage room. There's still like this. Guess I've done everything kind of down there, but yeah, that's still a thing. There's still the thing in the lab. Lion, that's probably gonna be you. Nope. Fortress. I already see how an hourglass is. Alright, gears, you know. Oh, because he's holding one. I thought it was like supposed to be like thematic, like year will go to, you know, Minerva, goddess of wisdom, because years are kind of like science and technology. Alright, you have an hourglass, and it also says a patient hero, so like, again, that kind of fits, doesn't it? Minerva, or Horatius, let's see, I mean, is it a brave line instead of a cowardly one? I suppose so. Which process of elimination? I guess you're the Fortress Minerva. Storage room key. Small rusted key without any particular mark. Formula. Brown, unknown male. Vermilion formula found to be more harmful to elder test subjects. Mysterious murder. The famous Serbian scientist Stefan Slavko, a famous scientist of Serbian origin. Investigators are gathering information to clarify whether this murder is related to the strange disappearances in recent months. And a whole lot of missing persons reports and a couple of medical diagrams. Well, I will check that out later. What I really want to do is check out that storage closet, which is... it's on our second floor. Yeah. I guess I kind of have to go through here. Just gonna zip around the other side, because it's on that side. Master of Unlocking. Unlock all the doors. There's the final one of that. And a small bronze key. Family portrait was repainted to remove the youngest members of the family. Well, that's quite grim. These. Remember her name. I don't, but I know where I can find it. Alright. Gamille. Gamille. G. yeah, that's her name. And there's no other part there. And that's like her. Yeah, I mean, that's her there too. Alright, well, I got the key for the girl's room. Names share same blood on the back. The offspring is eternals written on top of the heavy door. Alright, so I do have to do those. Alright, let's go back to that one. Or is it C? God damn it. Am I going to do that for the rest of them? Yeah, there's 3 of them. So I will have to figure out what their names are. No, like, writing or anything to indicate, like, whose bed is who. is an A. Yes. Alright. Now, last one is in the lab. But that's way more letters in that one than as a seal. Oh. That has like that seal on it, so I kind of wanna. Oh, I see. It reveals like what the important thing is. Well, I was kind of able to deduce that, like, based on, you know, for these two initially, what's depicted on it and what's depicted on one of the locks, and how that's, like, kind of the only thing, like, the dress, not the top hat or shoe or anything, is in the movie, or the boxing glove is there, but not the ring, but... Nicholas. I guess there's like enough L A S. Oh, is that Q? There we go. One criticism I have is that, like, in order to figure out the name, I'm fine with, like, having to turn the page over, and here the name appears, like, there, but, like, for the Maya and Mia one, you could only use, like, the kind of scuffed, very pixelated texture as a resource. What the fuck am I doing? There's just a faster way of doing this. Oh my god, getting lost in, like, the end game. Here we go. Those blood samples were probably not kept at a sufficiently cold temperature. And does it have to be blood? Like, couldn't any liquid do? Well, that's a texture. I got all this lab equipment shit here. That's report 6. Did I miss report 5? Alright, well, Eureka! I've managed to synthesize a formula that completely stops cell aging. The Crimson Formula. The cost has been very high. I've had to make immeasurable sacrifice for our family, but it's been necessary to take the next great step for humanity. It has been difficult for the rest of my family to understand, but it is really simple. She has not died. She will now live eternally as part of us. She has given us the gift of eternal life, and her inheritance for the world is the perpetuation of the lineage of a family that would forever change the destinies of humanity. Yeah, I guess it's Camellia or Camila. And yeah, there they all are. Should take an object to make a choice. Is it me or is this guy kind of short? Like, his head, another head, another head, another head, and then there's the base. Take an object, make a choice. What does that mean? Oh. Destroy the Vita chamber or use Crimson Serum. Let's read, You have come very far. You have earned a role in the history of mankind. Our bodies must remain in suspended animation for 100 years inside the Vita chambers to complete the cellular transmutation process and attain eternal life. I have decided to grant you the privilege of becoming the heir to the mansion and the keeper of the chambers. Along with this letter, you will find a dose of the Crimson Formula that will allow you to live long enough to fulfill this last mandate. Once our transmutation process is finished, you'll have the opportunity to use one of the chambers and achieve immortality like us. Well, what do I as a transhumanist do? Do I just, destroy the Vita chambers, or do I try to attain immortality myself? Well, for all troubles I went through, I think I want to be immortal. See, I don't know, man. And, guess if I want to do it again, I have to go through the whole thing. Which I've already done twice, so I don't feel like I want to do that again. So that was Inheritance of the Crimson Manor. It was okay. Like, some of the, button choices, like Q being what closes a menu, is just kind of odd, given how often, escape is the default. And just having it be like this. The puzzles were very simple. Half of them were just kind of brute force puzzles where you need to figure out what order you're gonna, press things in. And having to use the kind of WSAD keys in order to move things around, I also found to be kind of awkward. I mean, maybe it's because I've been playing Escape Simulator a lot, and that one uses a completely different kind of keyboard, binding and whatnot. Look-wise, it's generally a pretty nice-looking game, though there are definitely times where the textures aren't texturing. this I think was especially kind of weird. And part of it is because, like, it's in reverse for, up, I press W, down, I press up. But if I want to move the globe over, I guess it's, like, based on where the globe is moving. But in my mindset, I'm just thinking about where this is moving relative to the globe, so that's probably what was tripping me over when doing that puzzle. I mean, some of them let you just use the mouse, which is nice, but like that one puzzle, it straight up like wouldn't work unless I did the keyboard. Using the monocle thing, I feel like that came up too infrequently to a point where, like, I straight up did not know that was what I was supposed to use, like, in that barrel puzzle. Like, you're supposed to look for, this. But, like, is there even, anything that says that? I don't know, it was okay. Like, it didn't really knock my socks off. I would definitely like it if there was key bindings, especially since there's, like, shift to sprint. I prefer the lateral mouse buttons. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. If they do make a sequel, I kind of hope they just improve on letting you choose which button you use to interact with things, and maybe make the puzzles a little bit more in-depth, because they were very simplistic, all things considered. I do think they did a good job, though, of, like, if there's something that you need to solve a puzzle in one room, it's like usually like the next room over, if not in that very same room. So it's not like, oh, I need to figure out what the, name of the boy answer key for the thing in the lab is. I have to go all the way over to his room. There's a note there that has his name on it. Door's locked, every door's locked. Can do this one though. Woohoo gear. I think the game was also like just a bit, it'd be nice, a bit inconsistent with how it handles notes. I don't know, maybe I'm just running out of things to talk about. Anyways, that's the game. Hope you enjoyed it.